You know how much this is going to be a very, very good movie? And by movie, I mean sequel, when you spent half of the trailer crying in happy tears and sadness. Guys, I'm still very emotional right now from watching the trailer, and it's Mary Poppins Returns. Hey guys, it's nighttime, and today I'm going to be talking about my first reactions to the Mary Poppins trailer. People usually will do a first reaction trailer by watching the trailer for the very first time, and they'll say things that happened during the trailer. But because, well, YouTube's being a butt right now with copyright, I don't want to do that with the trailer. I'm just gonna do my best to talk about the trailer, what I remember seeing. And I watched this trailer twice. If I ever watch it a third time and do it in between cuts, I'm okay with that because it made me so sorry. I know it's like, you're a girl, you shouldn't be so emotional, but everyone's emotional. Everybody's being emotional with this trailer because it's something we've waited for since the beginning of this year, and since they announced it at D23 Expo. They announced this movie last year at D23 Expo, and now it's here, and it's a lot to take in. And I mean, it's a lot to take in with this trailer. I remember when the teaser trailer came out, and I was hearing the music and seeing parts of the scenes of Cherry Tree Lane, and then seeing Lynn's character, one of Michael's children, pulling Mary down while she held the kite. I'm like, that made me cry because I know what that's referencing. That's referencing the Broadway musical, and during Act 2 when Mary comes back during Let's Go Fly a Kite and she's holding onto a kite, I was crying because I'm like, maybe they're gonna incorporate some songs from the Broadway show, because there's one that is very significant called Anything Can Happen If You Let It. Oh dear God, I just realized that what the song is in the trailer. Oh, I really hope I'm not wrong with this. In the official trailer, there's only one part we hear Mary singing. Only one part of a song. And she's singing it to Michael's kids, at which he has 3 kids, and I didn't realize what the song was until I just mentioned the Broadway musical. I think the song is Anything Can Happen If You Let It, and it's an emotional song, and it's a gorgeous song, and oh my, I realized what's gonna be in this movie, and it's just a lot. So I should really start from the very, very beginning of the trailer. It's during the Great Depression of London, and we see Michael and Jane. They are in their family's attic, cleaning things out. They see a few mementos that Mary gave them during childhood, and Jane finds the kite that they used with their parents. Then it was a happy time when their dad made it and fixed it for them, and it was a moment that showed that they were going to be a wonderful family. But Michael takes the kite and puts it in a box to toss in the garbage, but one of his kids takes the kite to fly it, and of course what the original teaser showed was Mary being pulled with down the kite with Lynn and one of Michael's children. And Mary comes back. For her reason is she's here to help the Banks children, and the children go, "Wait, us?" And she goes, "Yes, you too," meaning she's going to help Michael, Jane, and Michael's children, which people are saying, okay, this is just basically rehashing the first film when Mary came to help the children, but she's also helping the father. And I go, you realize that there's more besides the first to that too, right? The first film, it dealt with not only for the children's sake to let them be better, but it also had to let Mr. Banks himself be a regular father instead of being, well, no pleasantries, a dick, an actual dick to his family. And when Mary Poppins came around, she helped him realize, I shouldn't be a dick with my family. I gotta spend these moments with them because they're gonna be the moments where they're gonna be happy. In this one, Mary has come back to help Michael and Jane, but also the kids. Michael is about to lose their family house, and he had just lost his wife. We don't know we don't know what kind. It's the Great Depression. We don't know if it was like the flu or a car accident. We have no clue until the movie comes out. So we just know that it's basically the Disney effect where one parent is dead, the other is alive, trying to take care of their kids. But this is more what of actually showing in movies what a parent has to do when they're left alone with just the kids. There's been a couple movies that do that, but I've never seen that in a Disney movie. So that's actually going to be interesting to how they're going to explain it. And Jane does come back to help him. And I think what I hear, apparently she's like pro for like working or something like that. I have no clue. But it's Jane? I don't know. This trailer, there was so much to take in. Knowing that Michael has grief, the children have grief, Mary's there to help them during their grief period. And of course Michael's like, why are you filling their heads with imagination? Just like his dad. Like father, like son. But at least Michael's not demanding with his children. He was a good parent all the way until he lost his wife. He's in grieving mode. And Mary needs his help. It's a lot to take in during this trailer. But we know that everything's going to be alright in the end for Michael and his kids and Jane, because that's how it was in the first film. Everything's going to be alright, but I love seeing how the jury's going to progress showing it. I think the part that I lost it at was the animation. I'm actually tearing up just thinking about it because I love animation so much. It's what made the first film groundbreaking between animation and live action. We had the original Owl shorts during the early 1920s and that showed live action with animation. Mary Poppins did groundbreaking by showing that in Technicolor. This one, yeah, we have green technology to enhance that and make it a lot easier back in the day, when back then it was like a red screen for the effects, which that's a lot of big dedication, especially for the animators back then. Nowadays we have green screen that will make it a lot easier to incorporate a lot of the effects in it, and especially with the animation. And yeah, I cried. I started bawling my eyes out from the animation when Mary spins the bowl and the flowers come and they're immediately transported into, I think it's supposed to be the chalk world, but they're transported into the, I'm gonna call it the animation world, because you also see the penguin servers. You see the penguin servers. They've been updated a bit, but these have not changed at all. And I'm just very happy. I'm so happy. I don't know. I'm just happy so much that animation is back in it, and it's traditional hand-drawn animation. Yeah, but I think there was maybe 2 months they used like over CGI 3D, but the rest is 2D. I recognize 2D animation and it's gorgeous. I'm super happy about it. There will also have more elements that were there that I was surprised at, but I think it corresponded at the very end when Mary falls into the bathtub. There's moments with an ocean, and I feel like it's going into the bathtub, showing with going in the ocean, they were seeing sea treasures, dolphins. I think that relates to it. There's one moment they're literally on little bikes being lifted by balloons, and I'm just like, oh, this is so magical and wonderful. Oh my god, this is just gonna make me cry through this whole movie, isn't it? I feel like this will make me cry for everything. I'm gonna have to probably bring tissues with me, and I have not done that for a movie at all, and I regret not doing that for when I went to see Coco. 10 minutes of my life where I spent crying. Oh dear god, I think I'm gonna cry through the whole movie. Oh no, I'm trying not to cry right now. It goes without saying that the supporting characters they also showed, they were new additions. My mom, when I showed her the trailer, she thought Lin-Manuel Miranda was Bert, and I said, no, this takes place years later. That's not Bert. I don't know Lynn's character's name. I'm just gonna call him Lin-Manuel Miranda because that's easier for me. He is supposed to be someone who lights the lamp post at night during the time period it's set in with the candles and extinguishes them out. That's his job. I think it's also kind of like the chimney sweeps originally were. They had a position, they did that in the musical, so I think they're incorporating that into the live action movie. We also had Angela Lansbury in it, which I don't know what her role is. I'm not sure with that. You also had Meryl Streep, which she's supposed to play the aunt of Mary Poppins, or great aunt. I'm not sure which. All I know is she looked very whimsical. Same with Angela Lansbury. They both looked very whimsical, and I'm just like, okay, we'll see where it goes. And then you had Colin Firth, and I'm like, wait, What? Apparently, Colin Firth is the head of the bank. The same bank that Michael works at, the same bank that his own father worked at before. So yeah, in the end, Michael still worked with the bank. And also Dick Van Dyke has returned to reprise his role as, I would say reprise the role as like the main father in the original movie, where he played not only Bert, but he also played the father of the bank, the owner of the bank. But he dies in the first one, died laughing, and so he's playing the final son that's alive, and that's a lot to take in, that one of the sons actually survived. Like, he had like, I think 4 sons? I can't remember, it's been a while. I haven't seen the movie, Mary Poppins in a while, so I think he has like 4 sons, so it would make sense if one of them was still alive and he's like still there, because, dear God, Mike had Dick Van Dyke dancing at a table. He's gonna dance and sing again. You just know it. Though people are kind of wondering, where's Julie Andrews? She's not in this. And, well, there's kind of maybe a good reason for it. Julie Andrews can't sing as well as she used to. Because of surgery, she can't no longer sing. I would have loved maybe to see her with the camera, but people would have been like, oh, she should sing too. But I can understand her reasoning. She did give her blessing for this movie. It's like the same with The Sound of Music. She gave her blessing, but The Sound of Music with Carrie Underwood was not really good because it had Carrie Underwood. Carrie Underwood didn't do a good job with it. This, however, Emily Blunt has actual musical talent. And she has shown this. She's been in Into the Woods and a few others. She is good at what she does. Also, you have Lin-Manuel Miranda, who has also done musicals. And he's been apparently in some movies and TV shows. Like, they're like the weirdest ones. But he knows what he's doing. They both know what they're doing. This is going to be a musical. Though people are crying like, hey, I'm worried about Lin-Manuel Miranda's accent. No, don't be. He's doing his damn best. Please don't hate on him. At least he's doing a better job with it. Everyone's doing a great job with this. This is a movie that knows that it's a sequel, and they're doing their best to honor the sequel, not only the original movie, but the books they're based off, and also the actual Broadway show. You can see that in this trailer. It's incorporating a lot of different things. They're incorporating the whimsy in the books. They're incorporating the whimsy from the first movie. They're incorporating the whimsy from the Broadway musical into this movie. It's going to work. I'm very excited for this. I know that it's a lot to take in. Especially the lesson, of course, of the movie is to help process your grieving and loss and finding ways to help, and it'll get better. It's a lot to take in. I feel like this will handle the story a lot better with the message than even though I love this movie, I think I'll handle the message being with supporting with family better than Christopher Robin. And I loved Christopher Robin. I really do. But I feel like it will handle the message with family more with this one, because this is family. Mary Poppins has always been about family. I know that the only other Mary Poppins adaptation film showing the behind the scenes of what made the original first movie was Saving Mr. Banks. And remember, that was made by Disney, and there were parts where he wasn't in the right for himself making that movie. But there were also parts where P.L. Travers also wasn't in the right with the movie as well. And in fact, it took them years to do the Mary Poppins Broadway musical, but they also had to make it book accurate. Like the original, if you really look at the Broadway musical, it's more book accurate mixed with elements from the movie with the songs. While this one, it looks like it's going to be more as a sequel to the first movie, but also will incorporate elements from the Broadway musical, the books, and the original first film. And I probably maybe rambled too much about this trailer because, dear God, there's a lot to talk about in this trailer. There's so much. And I feel like someone's already gonna piece every single part together of what's shown in this trailer and maybe try and spoil the movie for us, and I don't want them to do that. Let everyone be happy. And other people are already criticizing the parts of the trailer saying, oh, it's just this and that, but let people enjoy the film. This is a sequel everyone's been waiting since the poster was revealed last year at D23 Expo, since they done the announcement. I want people to be happy with this one, and I feel like this is one that we all need right now. You know what, for good measure, I'm just gonna rewatch the trailer again, and I'll just post parts of it, or maybe the end how I feel, because dear God. Okay, I have noticed re-looking at the trailer very quickly that Rob Marshall directs this movie. Rob Marshall. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, I had to realize that Rob Marshall is the same man who directed this. There's things I liked about this movie. There's things I don't. There's a lot I would talk about with this movie. There really is, but I think the person who best sums how I feel about this movie is Lindsay Ellis's video, which I will link that in the description below because she summed some thoughts that I have with this movie, and yet it tried making me cry. It did. And I actually like Evermore. It's one of the better songs, but I kind of wish we had If We Can't Love Her, but this is not about this. It's about, well, Mary Poppins Returns. So he looks like he's gonna go with Overblown, but it also looks like he has restraint saying, hey, you did well would be Beauty and the Beast. Tone it down a bit. This is a sequel, man. So we'll see how that goes. I hope you guys enjoyed me with my thoughts on the official trailer of Mary Poppins Returns. If you want to help support the show, become a patron today at patreon.com/nightmareproductions, where you can get the videos ahead of time, your name in the description, or even on the video. I'll probably put them somewhere around here. You can also buy some merch of mine at tpublic.com/nightmareprods. And you can also follow me on my Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram. And I don't know what else I can say right now. If you also want to take a look at Lindsay Ellis's editorial essay video on the movie itself, I mentioned the description below on it, which you can take a look. I've seen it, and dear God, I'm never gonna get the phrase, thanks, I hate it, out of my head ever again. And I still don't have any catchphrase, so if you want to help me out, just leave in the comments what you think I should do for this show. So until then, later guys!